stronger connections.
KERX Paris Fort Smith from the Busch Light Studios. ESPN 95.3.
Well, the weatherman said better stock them shelves. North wind's coming down and it's mad as hell. Not an ounce of milk or bread inside. Snow in the forecast for a long winter's night. Mama's got the beans and the eggs set aside. Daddy's chaining tires says could be the biggest snow of my life. Neighbor from Texas is trembling in fear. Says he's never seen snow, but he'll drive out for beer. Inches is the word on the wire. Ozarks, ice on the pines. The snow won't melt till that sun starts to shine. Guess I'm tuned in to hear Tommy's picks. Trapped alone at home in the blizzard of 26. Only 2 plows in the whole state that are fixed. Can't feel my feet in the blizzard of 26. All that's left at Walmart is trail mix. We all froze to death in the blizzard of 26.
Live from the Busch Light Studios. Produced by Colton Little with Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft. This is The Morning Rush.
Immediate text from Jamie on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. Tommy, are you still thinking 4 inches?
Yep.
Sticking to his guns.
That's all we're getting. That's all we're getting.
The grocery stores,
Yeah.
I've seen it on social media. I've seen it firsthand. They're bare. I mean, there's a lot of supplies that has been depleted. So I went yesterday with the intent of piling up some spaghetti supplies for the weekend because I'm going to cook spaghetti on Saturday. I'm going to cook chili on Sunday, chili dogs on Sunday, and that's going to be my 2 weekends, and then hopefully it'll last into next week as well.
So you ought to reverse that and do chili the first day and then do chili mac the second day.
Chili mac the second day.
That way you don't have to make 2 sauces.
Well, my thought was NFL football kind of coincides with chili dogs, and the spaghetti can be eaten throughout next week.
It's not how we put it in his plan.
No.
That's why.
There's a man with plenty of money there. He's not worried about it there.
Exactly.
You know,
That's
the rest of us poor folks like me and Colton, we have to stretch 1 meal into 3, you know.
Austin said he wants to put a beer on it. That's going to be more than 8 to 10 inches.
More than 8? I'll take that bet.
It'll be he said it'll be pushing 8 to 10 inches.
Now that's not more than 8.
Is that one beer? Is that a 30 rack of beer? What is that? That is something
beer.
That is something I do need to supply up on. I have not gotten any of that for this weekend just yet. My mini fridge is a little light in that regard, and I think this weekend, like I chose, for example, and maybe on Saturday night I'll be shaking my head, but I don't think I'm going to go to the LSU game now because I'm going to guess the roadways. And listen, Lily's got 200,000 miles on her. She also is not 4-wheel drive. So I am making the executive decision not to drive.
What good does 4-wheel drive do you on ice? All that does is you're just faster to arrive at the scene of the crash. That's all. That's all that 4-wheel drive will do.
I've been taught my entire life that if there's snow or ice, use someone's vehicle that has 4-wheel drive. I'm just telling you what I've been taught. You know, I've been taught.
Who taught you that?
I think my dad.
Front-wheel drive's the key. Mm-hmm. That's why you need 4-wheel. You've got front-wheel drive in your vehicle. You'll be just fine.
I don't know if I do or not. That being said, I'm not going.
You don't know if you have front-wheel or rear-wheel drive?
I'm not a car guy. Listen, when I searched for my not forever vehicle.
Colton, how much longer can me and you keep doing this?
I've only been doing it for a little while. You've been here for a long time.
How much longer can you and I do this?
I have no idea how your hair is not salt and pepper.
When I searched for my post-grad vehicle, the one that was going to last me hopefully 10 years, I wanted good gas mileage, and I wanted dependable vehicle.
Check.
The Toyota Camry, Lily, 2018, or no, 2017 fits that bill. And she's been great.
Is it front or rear wheel drive?
I don't know. I still need to get a registration.
Front wheel drive is the key in snow and ice,
Okay.
So
are you going to put the right gas in it for snow?
The gas stays the same. Shut up. I am looking forward to
use that green handle.
I am
better in
Christmas
snow.
gas.
I am looking
snow time.
I am looking forward to opening the blinds, watching college basketball on Sunday, watching the NFL, college basketball on Saturday, watching the NFL on Sunday. It's gonna be a
Who's
fun
doing
weekend.
the post-game show Saturday?
Me and Derek. Derek's going to be cozy at home. I got to drive up to the station.
But it's like, what is it?
You want me to
10
fix that
minutes?
for you?
10 minutes across.
You want me to fix that for you?
No, I can.
All right.
No, I mean.
Well, if you're not going to get out, our phones have become our radios anymore when we're indoors. I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm listening to what we got going on in my house. The Hit That Line Now app powered by Taco Bell is how I do it. So if you haven't downloaded the Hit That Line Now app powered by Taco Bell, be sure and get that on your phone for this weekend. And you can listen to our Hog Reaction on Saturday night and the game and everything right there and stay up to date. So I think by about noon tomorrow, people are – you talk about stores having bare shelves. I think tomorrow's when people start flipping out. The first snowflake's going to fall. They're already moving games, canceling school. Tomorrow's when the real freak out's going to occur.
All you Texas transplants stay inside.
I got to leave work. I got to get home. My driveway's all uphill.
It's the concept of you hope for the best, but you're prepared for the worst. Mm-hmm. Isn't that just what society here in Arkansas and other places is doing? I mean, you can hope that there's not an excessive amount of snow and ice this weekend, but you're preparing for things to go wrong. You prepare for things in life all the time, as I do. I don't understand why you're so against the idea of preparing for what's to potentially come.
Because the problem is we talk about it, we sensationalize it, then it's not half as bad as everybody makes it out to be, but then it shuts the economy down for like 5 days. People, I feel for all our friends in the restaurant business. Everybody's trying to sell family packs right now just to get through the next few days. We got friends that are in the business or work in that business. This is a killer for them. Because two things happen. Either it snows and they can't get there and they shut down and all those people miss out on pay, or it doesn't snow, which happens more often than not, but everybody's bought $1 gazillion worth of groceries to stay at home, so they got to stay home and eat milk and bread and butter.
Well,
have French toast all day.
It is a think tank Thursday. You want to ask Chat what he thinks about the
What's Chat
snow?
think about the weather?
The NCAA has lost damn near every lawsuit.
That says Chat on snow in Arkansas. So we might have to get that. We'll ask Chat a little later on. That
Chat
clip,
front wheel or a rear wheel drive?
Chat's an all-wheel.
I don't know. We are getting some sarcastic text directed at me on the Loose Automotive Group hotline.
I don't know.
I don't understand why. JT in Hot Springs says, do you put winter air in the tires? No, but being that it is wintertime, you do want to make sure that your tires are aired up. Just a PSA for everyone. Disappointed sports fan wants to know if there's blinker fluid. Have not gotten that yet.
Wait, you don't have blinker fluid?
Okay, again, I can pick up sarcasm from time to time. I know when someone's
just topped
being
mine off last week.
Facetious. Jason Fort Smith. Let's see. He's describing front-wheel drive to me a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Annie says I need to turn in my man card after not knowing that I don't have front-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Hog Wild says put him down for 9 inches of snow in the River Valley.
All right.
We need. I'm surprised.
Do we need to borrow Randy's big book and little book here and to get some snow predictions?
Yeah, and I was going to say whether bets like Bet Saracen, I don't know if there's a way to calculate. I know they do sports betting, but I don't know if there's a way for them to put in for each market, Hot Springs, for Harrison Mountain Home, for Northwest Arkansas, for Fort Smith River Valley. Hey, this is the number. The over-under inch total is this. Do you think it's going to go over that, or do you think it's going to go under that?
Good idea.
Because that would be a good. I think a lot of people would bet on that this weekend.
And let's see, it's January, so February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. So we're going to have a lot of November babies, too. So let's get ready for that at the hospital, all the doctor's offices. Some, Thanksgiving babies will be coming up after a weekend like this.
I wouldn't.
Is that front wheel or rear wheel drive, Ty?
Hopefully it's not rear. I don't think that's. I don't think there's gonna be kids if they're doing it in the rear. All right,
because blinker fluid might be needed for that too.
Yeah.
So
that clip there that we played, that was AJ McCarron. AJ McCarron's co-host on this podcast called McCready and Siskey. It's done by an Ole Miss guy and then a former coach. I say former coach. He's now the OC of the Birmingham Stallions, I think. Ryan Siskey. AJ's the head coach there, and they're still doing this podcast. And AJ McCarron, former Alabama quarterback, former NFL, I think Bengals, amongst other places, got on this rant yesterday. If you haven't heard the news, Charles Bediako, who was a part of Alabama, is now going to play in this game Saturday against Tennessee and Rick Barnes. And I wish
Greg Sankey would get in the way of this.
Yeah, I thought Sankey made some good points.
They wonder why everybody is sitting here just laughing at the NCAA. It's because you have allowed this show to go on. You've allowed this show to happen, to even start, because you don't know how to implement the correct rules and then enforce those rules. The NCAA has lost damn near every lawsuit that's went against them because they allowed this NIL show to happen. You got a guy for Baylor that's starting, that was in the draft. Now you got this dude, great for us. It still doesn't make it right. We're not saying, I don't think any of us is saying it's great, because it's not. It's a bad look for all of college sports, but it's all on the NCAA.
This is the opening drive.
Keep in mind, again, Alabama Crimson Tide basketball. I don't know how big a fan AJ McCarron is at the basketball program, but he's going in on his school, his institution, and this decision from Nate Oates. And I saw someone refer to Nate Oates as Gavin Newsom this morning, which I thought was kind of funny.
He's a scumbag.
But so help me understand, how big a basketball fan is this judge that granted this restraining order?
This must be a judge. Is it a federal judge? Is it a state judge?
No.
This must be a judge that's up for election soon. That's all I can figure.
In Tuscaloosa,
and again, this is part of the system that needs to change. Just because you have the title judge somewhere in the state of Alabama, you shouldn't be able to disrupt the entire sport.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where I hope Greg Sankey, who's a very smart guy, an attorney by trade, can maybe flex a little muscle from the league office. And the most you could do is say, go ahead and play him. But that doesn't mean that the league office can't come back and rule every game he plays in as a forfeit.
That's where I wanted to go next. So that was the question that I think Rob Doster, Field of 68, asked. Is like, okay, if you play him and then the NCAA determines that he's ineligible, do those wins, like you're saying, what do you do? And because here's where my mind is on this. I know Cal has been openly against it, and I understand his reasoning. I understand because he wants freshmen to continue to flourish within college basketball, and the way that the sport has trended in the last 5 years is making that harder to happen. Why do you not utilize this to your own advantage? Why does Arkansas, as well as Cal, is connected across the board, overseas, NBA circles, guys that played for him that are in the G League now? You can still, like Kiffin, for example. Kiffin openly talks about how bad the transfer portal is and the rules and all that. They have the number one class at LSU. Why do you not, if you're John Calipari, because what do you need?
Well, I mean, if we're going to do this, I mean, I think LeBron still got 4 years of college eligibility. Let's bring LeBron in for 4 years.
Red says Nate Oates is such a POS. And
he is.
This is just asinine what we're doing.
I get it. But it's kind of like the NIL structure that is so all over the place that, hey, it's not within the lines. We're going to go outside because it's outside of the NCAA's purview. So why not use this? If there is a chance to better your basketball team, does anyone actually think this team, as it's currently constituted, as it currently is right now, can win a national championship?
But if you just add somebody to that, some retread, look, Cal doesn't have to go digging through the trash to find gems. And I don't mean to say that all of his former players are trash, but you don't need a guy to come back. No, now I get what you're saying. Why would you not use it to your advantage? I'm all for that. If everybody else is going to cheat and try and use circuit court judges to get their team better, go for it. Try it. But Cal doesn't have to do that, and he won't.
Yeah. How much should we blame Nate Oates for this? I mean, we're getting a lot of scumbag and POS and all this on Oates, and there's a lot of reasons to call him that. But is this really a Nate Oates problem?
Well, he said just recently, but he had an interview. Phil played the cut
ago.
yesterday on halftime about how we should be building from high school, kind of echoing the same stuff that Cal does. He's a two-faced piece of garbage.
Okay, but is Nate Oates the one that has not kept guardrails up, not enforced the rules? I mean, I'll give you that Nate Oates pressing the rules, but Nate Oates is not the one that created the system that allows this. I mean, someone needs to stand up and be the adult, and whether that's Greg Sankey, and his power is honestly limited in this deal, it really comes to the head in the NCAA. So I get that we're frustrated with the situation in Nate Oates, and it seems like he's coloring way outside the lines here. But really, this problem goes beyond Nate Oates, and who we should be mad at is not just Nate Oates, but the people that are supposed to hold him accountable. This should be his president. This should be the NCAA. This should be the conference. No one's holding Nate Oates accountable, and that's because the system's broken.
Okay. So wouldn't also some shots be taken at the judge that allowed this to happen in Alabama? Because that's...
Well, it's going to get changed on appeal at some point. The question is, who's going to fight it? Is it the NCAA? Is it the SEC? Is it other schools? Or are we going to do what we've done with NIL and just let the toothpaste completely get out of the tube to where the problem's too far down the tracks, and then it's going to take us years to correct the problems we're going to let this potentially create?
So let's think about this.
Who's supposed to hold him accountable here? Tell me that.
You pointed the president. His president is
well. That's my opinion.
Greg Byrne.
I think it starts with the NCAA.
If you're Greg Byrne, if you're the president, and Coach Oates sits you down and says, "Look, we right now do not have the pieces to make another Final Four." Charles Bediako is that missing piece. He's played for me. He's a really good defender. He's been in the SEC. He could be the guy that gets us to where we need to go. If you're Greg Byrne, I don't know their president's name, you can have that thought, but if your basketball coach is telling you we need this guy, whether you don't think it's right or not, you're going to allow it to happen, which happened, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying. The adults aren't being adults. The people that are supposed to say, wait, this I'm not comfortable with this. You know, you may come to me with $1 million idea. Here's what I think we could do to make $1 million for the Morning Rush. But if it's way outside the ethical and moral bounds of what we do, then it's my responsibility to not let that happen here. That's what the AD and the school president, the conference, and the NCAA are supposed to be doing. Now, I'm not suggesting that someone coming back from the NBA is crossing some kind of moral or ethical boundary, but there is a boundary of just fairness in sports. I mean, that's to me the line that gets blurred. Sports is all about everybody starts at the same starting line, and it's supposed to be a meritocracy. And there's certain rules on eligibility, and hey, once you've done this and crossed the line of being no longer an amateur, which what is an amateur anymore, and you become a professional and signed a pro contract, which he has done with the NBA, that makes you by rule ineligible because that's fair. You know, that to me is, you know, there are no morals and ethics anymore, but fairness, if we don't have fairness and competitive balance, then what are we watching?
Let's go to the home of the Scrappers and welcome in Steven, who's in Nashville this morning. Steven, what do you think about this?
I got a question a little bit off the subject, if you don't mind.
Okay.
But you are knowledgeable. Former Nashville quarterback Todd Cooley, I read somewhere in the news that he left coaching Delta State and went to Ole Miss as one of their coaches. Can you tell me what position he got in Ole Miss?
I saw where he was joining Pete Golding's staff and had resigned there. So
Thanks, Steve.
I
Yeah.
know what.
I don't know. I don't think it. I think it's an analyst position or off-field position.
Steven, if you just type it in usually on X or on Google, you should be able to find it.
Yeah. Back to Nate Oates.
Yeah.
Great call screening there.
Ellington and that's why you. All right. Ellington texting in said, what are we talking about with Nate Oates? I'm late to the party.
Yeah.
Fill me in. If you haven't heard, Charles Bediako, who played for Oates in Tuscaloosa, is now eligible to play this Saturday when they host the Tennessee Volunteers. He got a temporary restraining order by a judge to be eligible, had 67 games under his belt, 2 seasons of Bama. Really good defensive player, not much offense, but
signed a 2-way contract with an NBA team.
So let me.
Was it Spurs he was with? I don't think it.
Motor
Spurs
City
and the
Crew,
Nuggets.
yeah,
There were several
Okay.
teams.
Okay.
All right.
Let me. You mentioned ethics, morals, whatever else.
Fairness. There are no ethics or morals. Competitive fairness.
I'm just going to throw a random player out there because he's got an Arkansas connection. He either married an Arkansas girl or was dating one. If I told you that Cal could go get Willie Cauley-Stein and put him on this team right now, and Willie Cauley-Stein could help this team get to a Final Four national championship because our front court is not what it needs to be to get there, are you seriously going to sit here and tell me that you would be worried about the morals?
I didn't say. Again, I don't believe there are morals.
Okay.
I'm talking about
fairness.
I don't think it's fair. No.
But you're telling.
I don't think anyone should be doing that.
But I'm just trying to put it in our vantage point.
I'm just telling you no.
Okay.
I don't.
I don't think that.
I'm telling you no.
Cauley-Stein's like your age, Ty.
I know.
His knees
Again, put out a random scenario. Yeah. I don't think if reality set in, we would be saying no to that.
All right, what do you think? Lewis Automotive Group hotline is open. You can call or text 877-377-6963. Hey, talking to my anglers out there, when it comes to crappie fishing, there's only one baby shad, and that's the original baby shad, the Bobby Garland baby shad. Crappie fishing's #1 selling bait, featured a sleek back, streamlined belly, a quivering tail, and that bait won't stop moving. So no matter what the temps are, no matter the conditions, it's built for dead sticking and action-based techniques. Find the Bobby Garland baby shad at lurenet.com.
Streaming live from hitthatline.com.
Them hogs, man, hey, them hogs can't do no wrong, fella.
You're listening to The Morning Rush.
Designed by Jason Christie, the Booyah Finesse Covert Spinnerbait doesn't just bring the fight, it dominates. Choose from 3 blade options: Colorado for maximum thump, Willow for bright flash, and the one the pros won't talk about, the Oklahoma blade. Perfectly balanced for subtle vibration, multiple flash points, and unmatched versatility. The Oklahoma blade is your secret weapon for pressured waters. Precision engineering, tournament proven, and one mission: dominate. Booyah Finesse Covert Spinnerbait, here for one thing.
At the Bet Saracen Sportsbook app, we realize lots of you have thought about opening an account, but you just haven't made that move yet. Well, now's the time with our new player offer. It's easy. You just sign up, use the code WELCOME, deposit at least $25, place a $25 bet, and that's it. Once that bet settles, you'll have $125 in free bets ready to go. Bet Saracen, the most popular sportsbook app in the state. Download it today on all your devices. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You've been dreaming of that new workshop, horse barn, or extra storage space? Now let Sutherland's make it a reality. Hi, this is Jeremy, sales manager at Sutherland's. From deluxe post frame packages to custom horse sheds, we have it all. And the best part, you don't have to lift a finger. Our expert crews handle the entire installation. Quality you can trust and service that's been family owned since 1917. 4 stores in Arkansas: Fort Smith, Huntsville, Hot Springs, and Stuttgart. Visit Sutherlands.com or stop by your local store today for a free estimate. No matter the project, we're here to help, because at Sutherland's, home starts here.
The NCAA has lost damn near every lawsuit that's went against them.
This is The Morning Rush.
Up to $11,000 off on select GMC Sierras at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The GMC Sierra will conquer the road with confidence. Up to $11,000 off, or take 4.9% for up to 84 months. Lease the all-new 2025 GMC Hummer and go 0 to 60 in under 3.9 seconds for as low as $9.99 a month. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. We are professional grade. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
Precision Garage Door features the finest quality materials, installation, and service for all your garage door needs, including garage door repair and new garage doors and openers. Fully licensed and insured with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call Precision Garage Door today at 844-PDS-DOOR or check them out online at PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Financing is available. Precision Garage Door, voted best garage door company of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
Want pavement protection that goes the distance? Seal-Tite of Oklahoma now offers Rhino-Tite Premium Asphalt Emulsified Sealant, the next level in driveway and parking lot care. Healthier for the environment, Rhino-Tite delivers superior defense against weather, UV rays, and wear and tear. With its high solids content, you'll get a smoother, stronger, longer-lasting driving surface. Whether you're a do-it-yourselfer or a contractor buying in bulk, Seal-Tite has the products and support you need. Visit SealTiteOklahoma.com today and protect your pavement with Rhino-Tite.
10 years ago, True Grit Running Company opened its doors with one simple goal: to help people move better, feel stronger, and find their stride. Today, we're celebrating 10 years of True Grit. Join us all year long for anniversary events, group runs, limited edition gear, and plenty of surprises as we kick off 2026. Whether you're chasing a finish line or just starting your journey, thank you for being part of our story. True Grit Running Company, 10 years strong, built by runners.
When a business has been around more than 65 years, you know they're doing something right. Hey, Ty Richardson for Johnny's Transmission. They've been trusted in Fort Smith and the River Valley since 1959. Located at 1212 Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith, they strive to make every customer's experience outstanding and want your vehicle to be in the best condition for the road ahead. Check out their website, johnnystransmissionfs.com, and find them on Facebook. Johnny's Transmission, family owned and operated since 1959.
This is Daryl Johnston with Hashtag Managed IT Services. We are excited to now be part of AAA Business Systems. Hashtag will continue to handle every IT need your business will have, and now, as part of AAA Business Systems, we can handle all of your document printing and storage solutions. Together, we have the expertise to meet all of your office technology needs. Find us online at aaabm.com or call us at 471-1771.
I want barbecue that's sliced thick, smoked long, and so tender it melts in your mouth. Sides that will fill me up like a twice-baked potato, baked beans, hand-cut fries, okra, Texas toast. You know what I'm talking about? A restaurant where the whole family can go and get a great meal for a great price. Where the owner actually comes to your table to make sure everything tastes great. I'll tell you what I want. I want Jerry Neal's.
Crane Team is your home for all your automotive needs in the River Valley. With 2 big Crane, Kia, and Hyundai locations in Fort Smith, the Crane Team has the perfect vehicle for you. From pickup and delivery to service after the sale, plus our famous huge Crane Cash discounts. The Crane Team simply can't be beat. Shop Arkansas's largest selection of Kia Tellurides, Hyundai Palisades, Sorrentos, Tucsons, and more. Visit us today or shop online at craneteam.com.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Gage Wood, no hits him. Allen has a wide open man. It's Childs. He's loose. He scores. Childs, please.
Uncle Tommy loves the Razorbacks.
ARKNSAS. This is your Hog Update on the Morning Rush.
Go Hog.
Does BA have any eligibility? Can we bring him back to throw the football this next season? We got this text from AK in Bentonville asking that question. Does the same logic we were discussing with Charles Bediaco apply for quarterbacks that are playing in, whether it's different arena leagues or other schools or just on practice squads or whatever? I guess we could rattle this around with some former Arkansas football players too.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm interested to see how far this goes, and we're is a judge in every state going to disrupt and interrupt college sports? I don't know. It'll be interesting. But yeah, who in Arkansas, maybe that should be our Morning Rush Daily question a bit. Who would be the former player you'd like to have back under these circumstances?
Yeah. There's we can get to that coming up. Arkansas has 6 guys. I was wondering if there was. We had been talking about 5 of them ahead this week in the AFC and NFC championships. They put out a graphic. You got Cam Curl for the Rams, and I know Cam had some things to say about Sam Darnold this upcoming game matchup against an opponent that they played division-wise.
Our secondary, we know what type of quarterback he is, and our D-line pass rush. Going back to last year in the wild card, we got after him. The pass rush got after him. He was in Minnesota. And, it's always going to be in the back of his head. You know what I'm saying? So if the D-line can get after him, we can make plays on the ball. That's going to win us the game.
Do you see him get rattled?
I feel like our D-line can rattle any quarterback, man. We got some guys on that D-line, on the edge and in the interior, man. So I feel like our D-line can be X-factor for us.
So you got Bo Limmer and Cam Curl on the Rams. I didn't realize that Eric Gregory was on the Pats with Hunter Henry, Dre Greenlaw, and Drew Sanders. So 6 guys, 6 former Razorbacks in the AFC and NFC championship games this weekend.
So we're all focused on weather here. What's the weather going to be like for these games? I didn't even look to see what it's going to be.
I'm going to be honest, I haven't looked either.
I can't imagine it's, it looks like from Santa Fe to New York City, we're going to have some kind of weather stretched across that part of the country, but both of those games are west.
I can't imagine. So
now, hang on, that ain't right. Yeah, they are.
They're west.
Yeah, they're west.
You got Mile High
Denver,
and
it's not in Boston. It's Denver and Seattle.
I can't imagine, and maybe we will, but I can't figure out or under the idea of weather being worse across Arkansas than would be in Mile High in Denver and the 12th man in Seattle. That just doesn't make any sense.
Well, it usually doesn't snow a lot in Seattle. Rains a lot. No, I mean, they kind of get a little current or something.
It's supposed to be 40 and rainy in Seattle.
Yeah, it's always rainy there. I mean,
Really?
yeah, it doesn't snow a lot there.
That's weird. I did not
Rains
know
a
that.
lot.
Okay. I just would have guessed it would have been both.
Now Denver, they measure it. Measure it by the yardstick there.
Denver's a really cool town. I just don't know if I could deal with snow all the time like they have to. Listen to Pat Bradley discuss some great superlatives the other night in the SEC. Talked about Darius Acuff.
Speaking about a guy that does it all, I'm going to go with a freshman point guard up in Fayetteville, Arkansas, Darius Acuff Jr. All right, he's averaging 19, leads the SEC in assists, over 6 per game. He is always under control. There is not one. What's amazing about him, now he continues to produce. At the end of games, he is the closer. Defensively, he stays front of his guy. You just can't beat him. He has the ability to take over a basketball game.
I know it's a Think Tank Thursday, but I want to give you a hot take 3 days later. There's a chance that Darius is not a freshman All-American.
Okay.
Now listen to that. And you know why?
Okay, tell me.
Okay. You got 5 roster spots, right?
Mm-hmm.
Darren Peterson, the kid from Kansas.
Is he
and
playing
Kingston.
again?
Yeah. Kingston
All right.
Fleming's the kid that outplayed Darius when they went head-to-head. Now, Darius is having a better SEC season thus far than I think Kingston is in Houston. Still got that head-to-head that the Cougars have. And then you've got your 3 forwards, DeBonza, Boozer, and the other one, who's the last one? Caleb Wilson from North Carolina. And I like, and he might win SEC Player of the Year. It's going to be odd to see him potentially win SEC Player of the Year and then not wind up on some All-American.
Well, those two things don't go together. If you play well enough to do that, you're going to play your way into it. I mean, I disagree with you on. He may not end up, but I don't think those two things can go together. You can't be the Player of the Year in this league then not be on an All-American team.
I'm just telling you what's probably going to happen. That when the end of the year, you're going to have some.
You don't even know if your car is front or rear-wheel drive. So no, I mean, you can't be the Player of the Year in the SEC. And then not make he may make the big All-American team, honestly. If you're the Player of the Year in this league, you're in the big boy conversation, not just the Freshman of the Year or Freshman All-American conversation.
Just telling you a hot take a couple days later.
Okay. Well, I disagree with you on that. He may end up not getting those honors, but you can't be the Player of the Year, and you can't be the best player in this conference, and the other things don't fit. I don't go for that.
Colton, you have it that you're laughing over there.
No, I'm with Tommy. There's no way that you can be a freshman and win the Player of the Year in the SEC and then not make the freshman All-American team. It just seems like it's too easy.
Yeah.
Too
Seems
easy
odd,
math.
but
All
tell me
right,
it's going to happen.
That's your Hog Updates brought to you by Mock Legal Solutions. They're in Oklahoma and in Arkansas as well. I know it doesn't sound right. I'll fix it in a minute. Mock Legal Solutions, licensed in 2 states. Jackie can take care of whatever issue you're battling. And if it's family law, divorce, if it's a custody issue, or maybe it's a contract matter with a business that you're dealing with, they can walk through all the steps. Maybe it's estate planning, whatever, or maybe you've been in a car wreck. That's what Jackie does at her very best. And they also understand you have big retainers and monthly flat fees that you can understand. They're going to take care of you. Mock Legal Solutions, 769-1505, or go to mocklegalsolutions.com.
Richardson in studio like a seasoned vet this morning.
You're listening to The Morning Rush.
Whether you're fishing for cold water bass on Beaver Lake or Table Rock, or fishing for a trophy brown trout on the Mighty White River, the Smithwick Original Suspending Rattling Rogue will catch them. It has that famous rolling action whether it's fished extremely slow or worked fast in heavy current. This Rogue suspends, so it will stay in the strike zone longer, allowing you to catch more fish. Available at Walmart, Bass Pro Shops, Academy, LureNet.com, and tackle stores all over the place. The Smithwick Original Suspending Rattling Rogue.
At the Bet Saracen Sportsbook app, we realize lots of you have thought about opening an account, but you just haven't made that move yet. Well, now's the time with our new player offer. It's easy. You just sign up, use the code WELCOME, deposit at least $25, place a $25 bet, and that's it. Once that bet settles, you'll have $125 in free bets ready to go. Bet Saracen, the most popular sportsbook app in the state. Download it today on all your devices. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You've been dreaming of that new workshop, horse barn, or extra storage space? Now let Sutherland's make it a reality. Hi, this is Jeremy, sales manager at Sutherland's. From deluxe post frame packages to custom horse sheds, we have it all. And the best part, you don't have to lift a finger. Our expert crews handle the entire installation. Quality you can trust and service that's been family owned since 1917. 4 stores in Arkansas: Fort Smith, Huntsville, Hot Springs, and Stuttgart. Visit Sutherlands.com or stop by your local store today for a free estimate. No matter the project, we're here to help, because at Sutherland's, home starts here.
What is going on? What is going on?
This is The Morning Rush.
2026 is looking bright at Rath Auto Resources. Celebrate by driving away in one of our road-ready certified pre-owned cars, reconditioned and backed by a comprehensive warranty. With our award-winning customer service, non-commissioned sales team, and painless pricing, we take the hassle out of the car buying experience, so you can focus on more important things, like that new gym membership, quitting smoking, or that other thing. Ring in the new year with a new ride and see why all the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith. RathAutoFortSmith.com.
You know what's underrated? Having choices. Like, imagine not being able to choose your deluxe cravings box at Taco Bell. Imagine you couldn't get a box of classics for $5, more faves for $7, or a lavish feast for $9. Now with cheesy dipping burritos and creamy garlic sauce. Good thing all those choices are, like, actually real. So instead, imagine which you're gonna get. Choose your deluxe cravings box at Taco Bell today. At participating Taco Bell stores for a limited time only while supplies last. Price and participation varies. Drinks excludes freezes. Tax extra.
Arkansas Fuel Injection in Fort Smith has been providing quality work for all new and rebuilt diesel pumps and injectors for over 25 years. They are a certified diesel shop with a team of quality technicians that ensure the highest quality workmanship and warranties all their work. They are open Monday through Friday 8 to 5 and has emergency service available 24 hours a day. For all your diesel pump, fuel injection, and parts needs, stop by Arkansas Fuel Injection, 6300 South 29th Street, Fort Smith. Call them today at 1-800-817-7709. Arkansas Fuel Injection.
Founded in 1950, Crabtree RV Center has grown into one of the River Valley's largest RV dealerships, proudly serving Northwest Arkansas, specializing in sales, parts, and service. We're truly your one-stop shop for all your RV needs. Conveniently located with easy access to I-40 and I-49, we're 40 minutes from Northwest Arkansas and just as close to our friends in Oklahoma, carrying top brands like Grand Design, Coachman, East to West, and Forest River. Crabtree RV Center, making your family's dreams come true for over 70 years.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus. misses.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text AREA to 42424 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text AREA to 42424. That's AREA to 42424. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
We're keeping Arkansas beautiful. Want to lend a hand? Don't be afraid to get them dirty. Every day, volunteers around the state are picking up litter, planting trees and wildflowers, recycling, and more. You know what these volunteers need most? Help. Volunteer today at keeparkansasbeautiful.com. Learn more about all our programs. A message brought to you by the Keep Arkansas Beautiful Commission, this station, and the Arkansas Broadcasters Association.
The tires on your vehicle go round and round, but when they don't, go to Van Alma Tire. They have tires in their name. That's their specialty. Van Alma Tire is all about tires. They have all the name brands and private labels available for you and in stock. So when it comes to getting tires for your ride, it's worth the drive. And financing is available. Ask for details. Whatever your tire need, check out Van Alma Tires on Highway 64 between Van Buren and Alma. Ready to get you rolling on new tires at Van Alma Tire.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Social Morning Rush Daily Question. All right, you men. I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to answer to the best of your ability.
It's going to be a quick answer to an incredibly terrible, long question.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Check out Nate and Christian's place in Lowell online at carpathsocial.com.
I'm tired of talking about eligibility and who should come back, so let's talk about food. It's National, see, y'all think I don't read the rundown. It's National Southern Food Day. It's also National Hot Sauce Day as well, but let's talk about Southern food because that's comfort food. That's probably what a lot of us would like to have during these next 3 or 4 days. What's the Southern food that's your go-to that, hey, I think that's what I'm going to whip up while we're all under the 26 blizzard here.
I can't necessarily whip it up, but I love catfish atchafalaya. I think it's good. I follow these. If you like Southern food and you like Cajun food, you need to follow these boys down south. Southern Boys Outdoors.
Yeah, I've got them. Yeah,
they just all they do is make heap loads and heapings of all this Cajun deliciousness, and it's just over and over. I'm scrolling through, I'm doom scrolling, and it's just them each time whipping up something delicious. So if I can't make that, I mean, I really like making chili dogs. Does that count? That's
no, that's fine. That's a good one.
Not uniquely Southern, but a good meal.
I think a great one is chicken fried steak.
That's what Ryan said.
Homemade gravy.
Greg from Fort Smith said that too.
Mashed potatoes. I mean, that'll warm your soul right there. So, as at my friends Greg and Tammy's on it, she'd made homemade chicken fried steak, ham battered herself, the whole deal. I mean, you just can't beat that. And then you just cook a little extra because then you could have, like, for your next meal, a chicken fried steak sandwich, or you could do it with eggs. I mean, you know, so I think I'm going to go homemade chicken fried steak.
I'm with TJ from Mountainburg here on the Lewis Automotive text line. Chicken and dumplings would be fantastic.
Now, that's something I could do homemade.
On a cold weekend. You can?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, whatever you decide to make this weekend, bring some on
I've got my grandfather's homemade dumplings recipe. We hand rolled them out the whole bit.
Still got the gravy splattered on the page and everything.
Yeah, I mean you know, it's about 3 ingredients. It's pretty simple, but you know,
chicken dumplings.
Well, he did it with turkey, and it was always after Thanksgiving and Christmas. And he'd use the turkey bones and stuff and make your turkey stock, and then your turkey meat. You'd put the thigh and the leg and those darker meats in there, and then man, it was really good. So. But you could just do a whole chicken and get after it this weekend.
Got to have a little cornbread, too.
Cornbread, yeah.
I had some friends that made homemade cornbread. It was gluten-free, too, and it was delightful. I always...
gluten-free?
I don't...
Gluten-free cornbread?
Well, you got a friend that has a medical condition that can't eat gluten. And And that's
Is that
like,
your condition or
don't
their
lean in.
condition?
It's hers.
That's
It's hers.
unfortunate.
Don't be mean. Like that's something people have to
No,
deal
that's
with.
fine.
That's a
I-
really
but I don't
hard
have-
thing to navigate because everything has
yeah,
gluten in it.
it's
There's
like,
like
can you-
one
I-
half aisle at the end
so-
of the grocery store for gluten free.
My family, for example, has a history of diabetes. My grandpa had it. My dad had it. I hope, and I say this sounds bad when I say it skips a generation because I don't want my kids to have it, but I hope it skips me. And so I'm anticipating.
Not selfish at all.
Yeah, well, that sounds awful to say. I hope it gets the better thing to say is I hope it gets eliminated from my family. But I'm anticipating at some point. I'm anticipating at some point I'm going to get it, and so just because it's hereditary. So at that point, I'm going to have to completely revamp and change my diet versus what it is right now, and I can't eat as much as I used to. So people, I mean,
But you're not a big sweets eater, though.
yeah, but what I eat on weekends. It's like 4,000 calories, like a meal. It's just absurd. I'm pretty good in the week, but
And I don't think that runs up your blood sugar. Depends on what you're eating. Now, if you're eating 4,000 calories of Snicker bars, you probably got a problem. But you'd be all right. Mason and Megan in Arkadelphia pot roast.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, get that crock pot
Is there
going.
anything that smells better when you walk in the back door of the house than when, she's got the pot roast going with the onions and the baby carrots in there
pepperoncinis, maybe?
and the pepper cheese, the Mississippi mud pot roast dressing. Oh my God, that is unbelievable. The pepperoncinis are incredible in there.
It's a necessity.
Dirty Drawer says goulash, just mixing a bunch of things up.
Yeah.
I love goulash.
Mhm. JT has a
Gotta have the right
fridge,
noodles.
thing of chicken and dumplings
Elbows.
in the fridge.
Gotta
right
be
now.
elbows.
Ryan says that his daughter's school said that they need to stop sending peanut butter and jelly sandwiches with their lunch because the kids are allergic to peanuts.
Oh.
I told my daughter to tell them to get over it.
Yeah. I'm with you, Ryan.
That's a
Keep that
dadder's.
EpiPen next to that
Sit at the,
Go-Gurt, you'll be all
sit at the
right.
other end of the table then.
All right, that is your Cart Pass Social Morning Rush Daily Question on Southern Food Day. What is your absolute favorite?
Southern Food Day.
Cart Pass Social, #1 place for indoor golf. You can bring what other Southern food delicacy if you want to Cart Pass Social because you can bring your own food. You can bring your own drink. It's always BYOB. 10 TVs. I know you probably want to monitor their social medias this weekend based on what's going to happen potentially in Northwest Arkansas. Great place that you could watch Super Bowl, college basketball games, Arkansas basketball, whatever you enjoy, you can do it all at Cart Pass Social. Parties, click on the events tab, go to cartpasssocial.com for the #1 indoor golf facility in all of Arkansas.
Bobby in Ashtown on the Lewis Automotive Group text line says, "Dang, Tommy likes everything." Yeah.
How does that coincide with you
Yes.
trying to lose weight with all these Southern food?
You look
You're
slimmer, Tommy.
you're trying to balance that. That's the tough thing. It's like when your metabolism hits a wall, it's not like you just suddenly dislike food.
No,
or
you
like
just got to learn
less of it.
moderation, which has always been my battle. It's not the food you eat; it's how much you eat of
Yeah.
it. So-
That's not the easiest thing to do. All right, well, you don't want to talk eligibility, so I'm going to take.
no, we can talk it. I just didn't want to use that as my morning rush daily
Okay,
question.
well, I'm gonna-
I could have asked the old stock question. Well, which former Razorback would you like to have back? I didn't want to.
I
do
would
that.
say Jalen Williams because you need a more at the front court. So I'll ask you something else.
Joe Klein.
That would
just bring Joe Klein back.
He could still take a charge and hit a couple hook shots. I was listening to my buddy Jake Wimberly, who does radio sports talk in Mississippi. They've got this new House bill in Mississippi, House Bill 1400. Basically, to sum it up, would allow NIL in Mississippi State high school sports. I would think, whether people want it to or not, that's coming to Arkansas. Is that a fair? Just
That
based
NIL
on,
is coming to Arkansas. I think
based
it's
on where everything is trending.
I think it's already in the works.
Okay.
I've heard that the Arkansas Activities Association in the last legislative session was working with the state legislature. I think a lot of states are begrudgingly creating the system.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I don't think it's a matter of if, it's a matter of when it enters our state. Yeah.
We're a day late on a lot of these beefs, but this is going to be something. If you thought transfers in high school were rampant now, which they're more than really they've ever been, college is the same way. I would think that the dominant powers within football, basketball, baseball in different high schools, this is only going to elevate them and create a larger gap. Would it not? That's where my mind goes when I read that. And how I think it's eventually going to affect Arkansas sports. And I didn't even know what you just said until you said it. And apparently this is possibly already in the works.
Well, I don't think they're going to be starting. I don't think they're just coming up with the idea. Just like, how many of us are in favor of NIL money being exempt from state income taxes? Anyone raising their hand? Nobody's in favor of that.
Well,
but you know why you got to do it? Because Tennessee, Texas, and Florida don't have it. So, I mean, I don't like the idea that I pay my taxes, you pay your taxes, all God's children pay their taxes, but if you got an NIL deal, you don't. On that money. It's your state income tax. But I pay mine, you should pay yours. But I get why they have passed that law, because you would always be fighting from behind against states that don't even have a state income tax at all.
I'm going to pull up my paycheck and see how much I got ripped from me from the state income tax in my last check.
What's the 6.5% is the sales tax. I think it's 5%. I think it's only, it's not an exorbitant amount, but they get you. I mean, by the time you pay sales tax on everything, and I think it's 5% income. I'm not the accountant, but it's not a huge amount here.
So I would take the vantage point of, if it helps our football team get to double-digit wins, then I'm okay with it. I don't think it's teaching young men and young ladies what they're going to have to prepare for after.
Yeah.
Like Caleb Williams, for example, he tried this thing. It's brilliant on him and his lawyer and his agent, whoever kind of orchestrated it. He tried to get paid his NFL contract through an LLC so he would have tax shielding and less taxes he had to pay. Now, it didn't work because the NFL didn't allow it, but you're trying to kind of, like I went on that tangent on What's Your Beef Wednesday yesterday. There are certain things in life that we weren't taught in high school and college that I wish they would implement and teach, and learning how to either shield your money from taxes or just the aftermath of, hey, you made all this money, Uncle Sam's cutting a piece of it. And if you're not ready for that in college, of all your income for 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, whatever it ends up being, you don't know what taxes are, it's going to be a reality check when you hit 23, 24 years old.
Wait till the public finds out in some places that the schools are paying the taxes for them on top of what they're giving them. How's that going to settle with the masses?
I think Roger and Danfield has it right here. Oh, my God, they're going to start paying high school players. God help us. Now, at the high school level, am I wrong at thinking about this? This is more of the traditional, what we thought NIL was supposed to be, which is where a player like a Kane Archer would be able to be paid for doing a commercial for whatever business. That's probably what we're going to see more of at the high school level, especially in a state like Arkansas, correct? It won't be these gaudy numbers that players are just getting paid.
They're going to get free pizza down at the corner.
Which is a good deal for a high school player.
I'll take free pizza.
It's not going to be. It is going to be more like what you're talking about. It's going to be what it was intended to be at the collegiate level. I would venture to say that state associations, like in our state, the AAA, Oklahoma, Alabama, every state has one. They're going to be far more willing to put up the guardrails and far more willing to enforce the rules and far more willing to rule someone ineligible if they get outside the bounds of the rules than what we have seen with the NCAA. Because the pressure from a TV contract, the pressure from millions of dollars in donations and all these things that come along with the territory you're in big-time college sports isn't there in high school. Texas may skirt it a little closer to the line than other states. Florida may skirt the line a little more. But, I think if you colored outside the lines on those rules in Arkansas, I think the AAA would say that player is ineligible.
Well,
if we get to the point where it's fully
what are we at
implemented.
on a timeline on this? If Mississippi's introducing this bill, what do you
year or two? I think we see it in Arkansas in a year or two.
I was gonna insinuate that might be the case.
Hey, at Joe's Grill and Cantina, they're getting ready for the snowstorm, and they're making family packs easy for you to get. You can go by Joe's and pick up a fajita bar. You can pick up a taco bar and take that with you home and have several meals on it. And, of course, nothing's better when you're snowed in than having some of Joe's chips and salsa on the ready as well. But check out all the different varieties they got for the family packs ready for the snowstorm right now. Tacos, fajitas, they've got their enchiladas by the pan, grilled chicken breast, any way you like them. It's all at Joe's Grill and Cantina. Pick it up before you're snowed in. Joe's Grill and Cantina, 3400 South 74th Street across from Hart.
We'll chat with Tom Murphy about a lot we've discussed in this so far next on the Morning Rush.
Looking for a fence that stands out and stands strong? Call the Fence Man, 479-782-3936. Serving the Fort Smith area for over 40 years, the Fence Man builds custom, one-of-a-kind fences, residential, commercial, and high security. Need automatic gates? The Fence Man does it. Need financing? You got it. 18-month financing is available. Get your free quote today at thefencemanar.com or call 479-782-3936. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
Listen up, crappie anglers. When it comes to crappie fishing, there's only one baby shad. The original baby shad, crappie fishing's #1 selling bait. Featuring a sleek back, streamlined belly, and quivering tail, that bait just won't stop moving, no matter the temps, no matter the conditions. Built for dead sticking and action-based techniques also, the original baby shad gets right to the point, catching slabs and filling freezers. Bobby Garland Crappie Baits, the leader in crappie fishing innovation.
At the Bet Saracen Sportsbook app, we realize lots of you have thought about opening an account, but you just haven't made that move yet. Well, now's the time with our new player offer. It's easy. You just sign up, use the code WELCOME, deposit at least $25, place a $25 bet, and that's it. Once that bet settles, you'll have $125 in free bets ready to go. Bet Saracen, the most popular sportsbook app in the state. Download it today on all your devices. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You've been dreaming of that new workshop, horse barn, or extra storage space? Now let Sutherland's make it a reality. Hi, this is Jeremy, sales manager at Sutherland's. From deluxe post frame packages to custom horse sheds, we have it all. And the best part, you don't have to lift a finger. Our expert crews handle the entire installation. Quality you can trust and service that's been family owned since 1917. 4 stores in Arkansas: Fort Smith, Huntsville, Hot Springs, and Stuttgart. Visit Sutherlands.com or stop by your local store today for a free estimate. No matter the project, we're here to help because at Sutherland's, home starts here.
This is the Morning Rush.
2026 is looking bright at Rath Auto Resources. Celebrate by driving away in one of our road-ready certified pre-owned cars, reconditioned and backed by a comprehensive warranty. With our award-winning customer service, non-commissioned sales team, and painless pricing, we take the hassle out of the car buying experience, so you can focus on more important things, like that new gym membership, quitting smoking, or that other thing. Ring in the new year with a new ride and see why all the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith. RathAutoFortSmith.com.
They say consistency is the key to success. They weren't wrong. How about grabbing a beer that's consistently smooth, consistently refreshing, and consistently light? You might just find that the road to success can be pretty enjoyable. Michelob Ultra, the perfect balance of taste and refreshment, and only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. Worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Colorworks Paint and Body in Barling offers professional automotive painting, bodywork, and fabrication that is unsurpassed in talent and dedication. Owner Andy Harrod uses the latest in collision repair technology to ensure all damage is addressed, whether it's visible or hidden, and works with all insurance companies. Andy and his crew have the experience and commitment to give you complete trust in the repair of your vehicle, no matter the size of the job. Colorworks is located at 1206 4th Street in Barling, across from Dollar General, and is on Facebook, where you can check out their work.
Life is loud, chaotic, hilarious, and occasionally peaceful. Your life fits you, so why settle for life insurance that fits someone else? At Shelter Insurance, our local agents help you design a personal protection plan backed by award-winning customer service. We're your shield. We're your shelter. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Call Jeff Clark in Fort Smith.
I want barbecue that's sliced thick, smoked long, and so tender it melts in your mouth. Sides that will fill me up like a twice-baked potato, baked beans, hand-cut fries, okra, Texas toast. You know what I'm talking about? A restaurant where the whole family can go and get a great meal for a great price. Where the owner actually comes to your table to make sure everything tastes great. I'll tell you what I want. I want Jerry Neal's.
When your carpets, upholstery, and floors look dirty and stained, call your local Service Master Clean at 646-4087. Service Master Clean is an industry leader and can remove the toughest stains from your home or office. And they back their work with a satisfaction guarantee. Eliminate dirt and grime from your carpet, hardwood, tile, and laminate floors. Call your local Service Master Clean, 479-646-4087. That's 646-4087 or online at servicemasterpc.com.
You've been dreaming of that new workshop, horse barn, or extra storage space. Now at Sutherland's, make it a reality. This is Derek from Ruskin and Zach, and we'll be live from 2 to 6 at Sutherland's in Fort Smith on Wednesday, January 28th. Quality you can trust and service that's been family-owned since 1917. 4 stores in Arkansas, Fort Smith, Huntsville, Hot Springs, and Stuttgart. Visit Sutherlands.com or stop by your local store today for a free estimate. And don't miss Ruskin and Zach live at Sutherland, 1801 South Zero Street in Fort Smith.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, major winter storm moving in Friday afternoon through late Saturday night. Widespread 4 to 8 inches of snowfall is expected. Some folks could walk away with as much as 10. We will see sunshine today. A high this afternoon will begin the upper 40s. Later on tonight, cloudy skies, overnight lows in the mid-20s north, low 30s south. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by Colorworks. Whether it's the weather or just life, call Andy at Colorworks Paint and Body for all your auto body repairs. Big or small, old or new, they are the choice for auto body repair.
KERX Paris Fort Smith, broadcasting live from the Busch Light Studios. This is the Morning Rush.
Well, the weatherman said better stock them shelves. North wind's coming down and it's mad as hell. Not an ounce of milk or bread inside. Snow in the forecast for a long winter's night. Mama's got the beans and the eggs set aside. Daddy's chain and tire says could be the biggest snow of my life. Neighbor from Texas is trembling in fear. Says he's never seen snow, but he'll drive out for beer. 15 inches is the word on the wire. White on the Ozarks, ice on the pines. The snow won't melt till that sun starts to shine. Trapped alone at home in the blizzard of 26. Only 2 clouds in the whole state that are fixed. Can't feel my feet in the blizzard of 26. All that's left at Walmart is trail mix. We all froze to death in the blizzard of 26.
Live from the Busch Light Studios. Produced by Colton Little with Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft. This is the Morning Rush.
Hour number 2 of the Morning Rush here on a Think Tank Thursday. We ask chat from time to time, various sports and pop culture and just random questions. What does chat think about snow in Arkansas tomorrow?
Forecasts show a significant winter storm Friday through Sunday with snow plus sleet ice possible. Central and northern parts of the state could see around 4 to 8 plus inches of snow, with locally higher amounts and mixes in the south. Exact totals may change as the system approaches.
I wonder how many snowplows we have in the state.
Only 2 that are fixed.
Yeah, according to the song, only 2 that are fixed. So I saw yesterday, I was in northwest Arkansas and the River Valley both, and they pre-treated the roads. You can see where they had, what is it? It was like some kind of brine they put on, like prune juice or pickle juice, something. I mean, they put some kind of sodium-enriched spray down on the roads.
Now, let me ask this. This may be a better question for someone that works for RDOT. Doesn't the salt kind of hurt the road's integrity? Doesn't it? Like
no, but it can.
Doesn't it?
If you live in a place where they do it a lot,
Yeah.
And if they salt the roads a lot, it can rust your vehicle out.
Okay.
That's why you always want to wash your car following a significant snowstorm where they put a lot of salt on the road. Because salt obviously creates rust.
Aaron chiming in this morning. Beet juice. You're right.
Beet juice. That's what it was. Not prune. Beet. Prune's for something else. Yeah.
What else is it for?
Bears, beets, and Battlestar Galactica.
It's to get you moving again sometimes.
Yeah,
we need to get to moving. So, hey, we got Tom Murphy coming up here in just a bit. I want to remind you guys that we are not that far away from Valentine's Day, just a few weeks away. Uncorked on Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith has got a full Valentine's weekend. They've got a deal where you can make your own bouquet. You can go by from 4 to 6 on Thursday, February 12th, and also Friday the 13th from 2 to 6. And they're going to be set up where you can make your own bouquet for just $20. It's going to be a really nice deal. And you can also get your own reservations there for Valentine's weekend. They got a special menu with appetizers, special soups, including their roasted corn and lobster chowder, tomato bisque. They've got a full menu for Valentine's, and then their entrees are going to be chicken marsala. They've got a braised cabbage marsala for the vegans out there. You like short ribs? Short ribs cooked right are incredible, and they'll be just right at Uncorked. Fillets, shrimp scampi. They got their great pork chop that's going to be on there, and of course the desserts. They got a long list of their best desserts, and I might just do the simple thing here that they've got: chocolate chip cookies. I mean, it's a pretty good dessert to top off a great meal at Uncorked. So get your Valentine's weekend reservations in now. They're going to have a full weekend that Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and they even have a Galentine's brunch on that Saturday morning as well. It's all at Uncorked, Phoenix Avenue next to Sody's. Go to uncorkedthefort.com to make your reservations. That's uncorkedthefort.com.
I have some friends that go to that every year, and they always enjoyed themselves. So that's a good gift for your girlfriend or your wife or whatever. We bring in our buddy Tom Murphy, Whole Hog Sports, Arkansas Democrat Gazette. Tom, speaking of food, did you go to the grocery store yet this week? Are you bracing for the weather ahead this weekend?
I had a pretty good haul to begin with, but I'm probably going today just to make sure, before it gets bad. I'm going to do that, yeah.
Okay. I do want to ask you about the Falcons hire coming up in a bit, but your recent piece in Whole Hog Sports detailed the amount of transfers that Ryan Silverfield is adding. I know that he had a lot of transfer players on his team last year in Memphis, and really that's just the norm now in college football. How do you ramp up the chemistry, Tom, with so many new guys on the roster, new coach? How do you do that if you're Ryan Silverfield?
Right, and that's a great question, and it's faces so many Division I coaches now, FBS coaches, because of the overturning rosters, the turnover. But I did sit down with him and talk about that because it intrigued me. When I looked at how many newcomers Memphis had last year, he says 78. It's in the 70s. I thought, well, this is game 4. Really, there's no way Memphis can be together enough to win this game. But yet, somehow they were. And not only that, but they took some big punches from Arkansas, and, they were down 28-10. Now, I still maintain Arkansas should have won the game. But the players still had the belief that they could come back and win the game. And with the help of a pass interference call in the end zone, defensive pass interference, it should have been offense, that helped them come back. So it can be done. So many other rosters that Arkansas will be going against will be facing the same thing, but it's about some core principles: hard work, believing in each other, and trusting the process, so to speak, and the coaching staff. And so he has a track record of being able to do that. It will be under great scrutiny how well they are together. Because when you think about what happened at the end of the year with Arkansas, I think Bobby Petrino getting that penalty early in the second half against Mississippi State kind of led to this kind of a lack of discipline thing, and contributed to that school record number of penalties and yardage as they lost a game to Mississippi State that they should have won.
Tom, you bring up principles. I believe Lane Kiffin was talking about that and just kind of expectations in a recent, I guess, club event with LSU faithful. What do you think's harder, getting a program out of the ditch where Arkansas currently is after a 2-10 season, or meeting the expectations of a not just college football playoff but national championship? What's harder in your opinion?
That's a great question. Certainly getting the program out of the ditch, because the returning players aren't used to winning it at a certain level, and so you have to get that belief going. And then to taking it up another notch and doing the things that require you to be playoff eligible, it's another level. So I would say this. Think about this. Arkansas had the ball at the 2-minute timeout at the Ole Miss 27-yard line, down by 6, where if they can manage the clock properly, they can go on and win a game against the team that achieved the furthest in the SEC in Ole Miss. So that's how close Arkansas was to being a team that could compete at the best level. And you could say, well, that was Trinidad Chambliss' first game as a starter. And I also didn't think Trinidad Chambliss was going to be as good as he was, but yet he played great in that game and then, improved as the season went on. But the level that Trinidad Chambliss began at was pretty darn strong against not a great defense. So I'm saying all that to say that Ryan Silverfield, if he can entrench the players in believing hard work is going to pay off for you, believe in the system, believe in each other, so on, you can get a lot better. Now, will it be good enough to make, a push to the playoff? That would be hard to project because there's so many difficult games on the SEC schedule.
But Indiana's proven you can turn it around. A lot of people are feeling like, hey, we can turn our program around if Indiana can do it. What's the biggest catalyst in this? Is it the coach or is it the quarterback? And I think, I don't know if you only can pick one, but I think you got to have both. But what's the catalyst to jumpstart something like this? Because Indiana needed Cignetti and they needed Mendoza.
Yeah, the Indiana story is among the favorite in my entire lifetime of how a culture can be built and you get the right people in place and all that, and the structure of the rules. With they have one of the oldest rosters in college football, but I still love the story. And I think it starts with the coach. You got to have a great quarterback too, and Mendoza certainly was that. His touchdown run, breaking the tackle. First of all, making the right cut, but then breaking the tackle, stretching over, not fumbling as he put the ball out. That's just going to be in Indiana lore forever. It shows that it can be done at a place like. Vanderbilt had a fantastic season, and I heard people saying they're not going anywhere. They're going to stay on a certain level, but we'll see on that. But it just shows you that at Arkansas, it can still get done. Yeah. So Brian Silverfield has to convince the players it can be done.
Yeah. Tom Murphy with us here on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. Let's talk some basketball. Arkansas dominant in their win over Vanderbilt. This has been I don't know if it's as far as Jekyll and Hyde, but an inconsistent team, home versus road. Home for LSU in a snowstorm Saturday night. Tom, what are the differences? It's easy just to point at they play better defense at home for some reason, but what else are you seeing as to why they play so much better in the confines of Bud Walton versus when they go on the road to a place like Georgia or Auburn and just can't seem to get on the same page defensively?
Yeah, that's a great question. And Cal, I thought the way he's handling this is good, and it shows his veteran leadership, sage, all that. Challenging the players. Why are you this way when you think you've got a game you're going to win, and then when you're back at home, you have the crowd in your favor, you play at a different level. So he's challenging their toughness, their mentality of like, we're going to, we won at Ole Miss, so we'll just cruise in here to Auburn and win. He's holding them to a higher standard because he believes they can achieve so very well this year. It comes down to the players and how hard you're going to play and be in the trenches. And so I don't know what names you would point to and say, well, this guy was tough in this game, but he wasn't in that game. It's just the whole roster. everybody, you've got to do the hard, gritty stuff to go win at Auburn, which got a big win at Ole Miss the other night. And so we'll see how that plays out. I think Missouri is the next home game, so they got to take care of business against LSU and then see if they can get it back together and win one of these tough road games.
Tom, on the subject of SEC basketball, what do you think about the Charles Bediako story? I know you still got ties to Alabama, being that you worked there. Any thoughts to him being eligible for this game against Tennessee this weekend?
Yeah, a ton of thoughts. This is just a big mess. I encourage everyone to go read my good buddy Chase Goodbread's story. He's with the Tuscaloosa News now. He had a column about this, that the NCAA lawyers are going to argue, with a fire hose in one hand, that like they're trying to put out a flame here, because what's going to stop? So as I read it, a judge in Northport issued the temporary restraining order that will allow Bediako to play Saturday. But then there's going to be a hearing on the 27th with NCAA lawyers present about why or why not, he should be allowed to remain on. I think it's going to be a horrible precedent if a local judge, and I guess the local judge is going to make this ruling, then why wouldn't every college out there find a local judge to do this and bring back guys he's got a professional contract with the G League. I mean, he's signed a professional contract, and that used to be the disqualifying factor. So to me, it's a litmus test. I think Dan Hurley posted a meme with Rodney Dangerfield back in the old school, where he pulls off the triple Lindy dive, I believe.
Yes.
To say, where does this madness end? And I hope it ends right here, because I didn't like the Diego Pavia ruling.
Yeah.
And I certainly would not like this ruling.
Yeah, that was part of our rundown this morning. I'm glad you brought it up.
How would you characterize the Great Gatsby?
Oh, him?
No, you.
Me. Well, the Great Gatsby, he was great.
Tom, that was that is a movie I've not seen. I had to watch it for halftime homework when Phil assigned it to me years ago, and I haven't seen it in a while, and now I want to watch it again. But that is kind of what it feels like. You've got these guys that are several years out of college in some cases and playing back at either the school they were at, like Bediako, or the Baylor kid. He was, I think, maybe committed. I got to go back and look at that story, but that's a really good comparison that Hurley made on social media yesterday.
It really is, and it's just where do you draw the line? And I don't know for certain that this judge is going to have the final say on this, but if it is, states are passing NIL laws that are very favorable to their colleges, and it seems like to me this would be. I just don't like the smell of it, and I hope it doesn't happen.
What could the league do? What could the SEC do and say, listen, all right, go ahead and play him, Nate Oates, but we could come back later and rule him ineligible, and you'd have to forfeit the outcome of the games. Now, forfeits in sports after the fact generally don't carry much weight, but that might be the strongest tool the league at least would have in place of the NCAA, which seems to have no willingness to hold anyone accountable.
Yeah, that's a great question, and I don't know, but I guarantee you Greg Sankey and the league are watching this with a close eye, because a bunch of their constituents don't want to see it happen, but people testing the limits of it feels like a toothless thing. And Tommy, you and I have been talking about this for years now, how we're going to enter into a Wild West, and that's exactly what happened. Schools push the limits, and they get away with stuff. And it's like the Ohio State win in the Sugar Bowl. They played players that they felt like it looked like were going to be ruled that it was ineligible, but they won the game, and now it's a vacated deal. So Arkansas really can't claim the win. And doggone it, if Julian Horton had just scooped and scored, they would have. I think they would have got the win.
And it'd forever change the path of Arkansas football.
Wow.
Because you're not firing a coach over a motorcycle incident who won a Sugar Bowl.
Are we really going to blame this on Julian when I've been taught my entire life that when the football's on the ground, you just jump on it? How many times do we blame players on our favorite teams for trying to be the hero and taking it back to the house, and then they lose the football? I don't know why that narrative still exists today, that Julian should scoop and scored.
I love Julian Horton. He's a Georgia kid. I did our Hog Future on him. Great kid. I think he got into acting. But he's the one who could have made the play. Now, he didn't have eyes in the back of his head to see that there was no Ohio State guys around. But when a punt's blocked, you can safely assume no one's going to be closing in on me fast. And in the situation, it's situational awareness. He should have scooped and scored.
Tom, last thing before we let you go. Falcons hire. You got 8 jobs still open in the NFL. What do you think? And what do you think about these other 8 jobs, including the Bills job that's still open?
Yeah, Kevin Stefanski's going to have to prove it to me. There were some good years with the Browns. I'm just going to hold out all. When you're a Falcons fan, you just can't get your hopes up too much. You can be way up in a Super Bowl and like one more play, and we're going to win a flipping Super Bowl. You can be that close and still lose a game. So you just kind of sit around and wait to see what happens, and that's what I will do in this scenario.
I watched y'all were playing an NFC Championship game with Matt Ryan. I forget which year it was, but anytime I see a Falcons highlight or play, I always think of our friend Tom Murphy. Hopefully this will be the right one for you guys. Tom, we'll leave it there. Be safe going to Bud Walton on Saturday, and we will chat with you next week, buddy.
Thanks, guys, and I'll always enjoy it. See you.
All right, Tom Murphy with us on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. Hey, we are brought to you by the Inn at the Mill. Stayed there night before last, and comfortable, clean, great breakfast. They have kind of a different European-style continental breakfast. They got pastries and different stuff, but I like it because they've got like turkey and ham rolled up with cheese and some different proteins to start the day. Great coffee selection, so lots of fruits. So a very unique and different start to the day with their breakfast at the Inn at the Mill. Just off the Johnson exit 69 off I-49. Went from the game against Vanderbilt to the hotel 10 minutes once we got on the road, past the MLK intersection, boom, on the highway. We were right there. And when we needed to run up to Bentonville, it was 15 minutes away. So you're right in the heart of everything. Great restaurants nearby. You're going to love your stay at the Inn at the Mill. 479-443-1800, 443-1800, or again, online at inatthemill.com.
You brought up something. We'll get back into this Charles Bediaco mess in our SEC update. You brought up something like the quarterback or the coach. Do either of you guys know who the QB of Indiana was last year when they went 11-2?
Curtis Rourke.
Thank you. Okay. Can KJ Jackson be that bridge QB for Arkansas? Do we think KJ Jackson's going to lead this team to college football playoff or double-digit wins? Probably not. And that season that Rourke had was pretty stinking good, but he was followed up by a kid that won the Heisman Trophy, undefeated national championship. Can you have that bridge QB for this next season in 2027? Can KJ be it this year? And then could you have something special happen next year? Because this team's not going to win double-digit games. It's just not going to happen. You don't have to brace yourself. You know that. But can you at least be presentable in this league where you're not a laughingstock like you were this last year, causing a kid in the portal be like, Coach Silverfield's got something cooking. What's going on in Fayetteville? I might want to transfer. Because Mendoza doesn't come to Bloomington if not for Curtis Rourke and that team. There's all these different setups and scenarios that, and Cignetti was crediting the building blocks and the pieces from not just this year, but last year's team. That's what you have to hope for if you're Ryan Silverfield and us, that KJ can be that this year.
Yeah. Early lines out on Bet Saracen. If you go to specials at the top of the app and click over, you can find the money line and also the spread for the LSU-Arkansas game. Early line, what do you think, Ty? You're always sometimes you're good at guessing these. Sometimes
I'm gonna guess Arkansas. Dude, LSU's trash, Tommy. They're probably like a 11-point favorite.
Not quite that strong. 9.5.
Okay.
9.5 on the early line here at Bet Saracen. You got to go to specials. Click on that and do that. On the money line, Arkansas is minus 500. LSU is plus 375. So you could bet 500 to win 100 on the Hogs to win just straight up. Plus they got who's going to score first for Arkansas. What else we got up here? Team to score first as well. Arkansas is minus 115. LSU's 105. So 9.5-point line according to the Bet Saracen app. Use the promo code WELCOME when you sign up and create a new account. Get bonus bets when you do that and get ready. I think a lot of people are going to be on their phones betting games. Got AFC, NFC championship games. Got a full day of college basketball Saturday, some great SEC games. So get that Bet Saracen app and get ready to go for this weekend with the Bet Saracen app, Arkansas's #1 sports betting app.
And that thought process is if KJ decides to move on after this year, whether it's to the next level or stays, but he's still got a couple years of eligibility left. But as you asked that question, I was just kind of thinking about that. SEC update coming up. Not only are we getting Charles Bediaka, Kentucky won again. Starting to get a little hot. So did A&M. Tied with Florida, the number one team
Bring it
in
on.
the SEC. Stay with us. Think Tank Thursday rolls on next.
Call or text 877-377-6963. All guests join us on the Lewis Automotive Hotline, serving Northwest Arkansas for over 80 years. Since 1946, no pressure, no hassle, just tradition. The celebration starts now.
Fortunately not, bro. Like, trust me, it's both ways. We tired, y'all tired too.
This is the Morning Rush.
Have you had trouble getting into a vehicle because you just don't have enough for your down payment? Get to Harry Robinson's Salazar Ford. The down payment assistance program ends at the end of the month, but it's your chance to get into your next vehicle with that little bit of extra help you need.
Yes, definitely. The down payment assistance program, we're the only dealer out there doing this, Tommy. I mean, right now really is the time to buy if you're thinking about it. If you've been told no at another dealership, come down here and see us at Harry Robinson Salazar Ford. And, we were talking just a second ago, the best thing, everybody qualifies for this program.
So what if my credit's a little bit sketchy, a little challenged?
Yeah, come down here and see us. This down payment assistance program might be able to really get you in the car that you want, not the one that the other dealer tried to force you into.
So if you've been a few thousand short of getting into that next car, or maybe the payment's $40 or $50 a month too high, come to Harry Robinson Salazar Ford and ask about the down payment assistance program. Everyone qualifies till the end of the month. Harry Robinson Salazar Ford, 1 mile south of exit 308 off I-40 in Sallisaw.
Hi, everybody. This is Chris George from Joshua's Fine Jewelry in beautiful downtown Russellville. We all work hard to get the job done right, whether it's sports or daily jobs or school. At Joshua's, we understand you work hard for your money, and we work hard every day to give you the best value for your money. Beautiful, well-crafted jewelry, well-thought-out repairs, custom design for that special gift of a lifetime. Come see us at Joshua's Fine Jewelry in beautiful downtown Russellville.
APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group has immediate openings in the Northwest Arkansas area. If you're a licensed CDL driver, heavy equipment operator, electrician, diesel mechanic, have paving or concrete labor experience, or experience in a quarry, apply today at jobs.crh.com. APAC offers top pay, a sign-on bonus, benefits including insurance, retirement, and profit sharing. Apply online today at jobs.crh.com. APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group is an equal opportunity employer.
Hi, this is Mitchell. Before DK Fit Meals, I was spending too long in the kitchen cooking. Now I'm married, have a young daughter. I just don't have time anymore. Thanks to DK Fit Meals, I just heat it up and boom! I've got a chef-crafted meal that fits my goals. High protein, perfectly portioned. I know I'm getting clean, fresh food that always tastes amazing. Stop prepping, start achieving. Find your flavor at dkfitmeals.com. That's dkfitmeals.com. So easy, even Ty can do it. Fuel your life with DK Fit Meals.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-568-3344. 800-568-3344. 800-568-3344.
This is Daryl Johnston with Hashtag Managed IT Services. We are excited to now be part of AAA Business Systems. Hashtag will continue to handle every IT need your business will have, and now, as part of AAA Business Systems, we can handle all of your document printing and storage solutions. Together, we have the expertise to meet all of your office technology needs. Find us online at AAABM.com or call us at 471-1771.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
The SEC is the best conference in America.
The tough will survive in this game, and I feel like the SEC is the toughest.
Arkansas is the SEC champion. You know, every game is a dogfight.
We're about the tough there is. Week in and week out, you're going to play some of the best, the biggest, the fastest.
The Hogs have finally climbed the hill. It's the first SEC tournament championship for Arkansas.
Where opponents' dreams come to die.
This is your SEC update on the Morning Rush.
Cam's foot's broken, so he'll be out. He's just a beautiful kid. I thought he actually made some special plays tonight. So we're gonna get him back healthy as soon as we possibly can. But he'll be out for a while, and that's certainly a blow to us.
That was Mark Pope, head coach of the Kentucky Wildcats, talking about another injury that the Kentucky Big Blue Nation has sustained. They lost Jalen Lowe for the season. Don't know how long Cam Williams is going to be out for them, but they did win last night again. Now have won 3 straight. Cam was averaging 7 points, or is averaging 7 points on 45% shooting. He's 35% from 3. Kentucky's again dealt with injuries, kind of like Arkansas did this last year, but they're starting to round into form again a little bit. Their 3rd straight win after beating Texas last night. I said this yesterday, and I truly believe this. When they come into Bud Walton at the end of the month, which is next Saturday, I want them to be hot. I don't want that game to be like it was when, I guess, Muss was the coach and they were terrible and you still barely won that game. That's not fun. Like, you want Kentucky not necessarily beat their zenith. You're not going to see a Nolan Richardson, Rick Pitino type of game, but you want them to be good where it's a competitive basketball game, and hopefully Arkansas comes out on the high side here in a week.
I agree with you, and I want that game to have extra meaning, but that is such a far away take from where you're normally at. You normally want the other team to be without their stars and to come in limping and have every edge.
You're right. You're
confusing
right.
to hear you have this take when you're always looking for the most unnecessary edge you could get.
In what sport?
Any sport.
No,
in football because you think that you need it.
Ding, because you need it. You don't always need it for basketball. In Omaha, you need it for baseball. You don't necessarily need it in basketball. But that take is accurate. You're right. But again, what sport? Football.
It's a very hypocritical take.
No, it's not hypocritical.
Yeah.
It's pointing the differences between our football program and our basketball program, which are vastly different from a recruiting base, from a talent standpoint, from a tradition standpoint. Recently, it's not close to me.
You mean you're not reveling in these big blue tears? I mean, they were down against LSU the other night, and they came back. Goodness willing, they did come back. But they were already talking about the next head coach at halftime on Twitter of that game against LSU. You're not reveling in any of this? Because I want a big old glass of it.
Yeah.
I love it. They deserve it.
Just have a different
World's
take
a better place when Kentucky
when
sucks.
Kentucky sucks.
When Ashley Judd's not making movies, the idiots are sad, it's a good time.
A&M, man, I haven't seen, what's the movie she's in? Oh, gosh.
Not that many. She's not that good of an actress.
No, it's the one where she has an affair, and I can't think of what it's called. I haven't watched that in a while. I might need to go watch that again. A&M beat Mississippi State last night 88-68. Aggies tied with Florida for the SEC lead. I gave you a take earlier you disagree with about Darius Acuff. Let me give you another one. Post-Cal, Bucky McMillan is going to be not only a candidate, but it's someone that I could see wind up getting the Arkansas basketball job.
Well, there's no replacing Cal. You're just going to hire the next coach.
Yeah, just post-Cal. Not the don't. Yeah, like you said, don't want people to mishear me on that. Whenever Cal steps down as the Arkansas head coach and retires,
hopefully that's 4 or 5 years from now.
That's going to really raise the floor at which you hire from, I guess.
Yeah.
It's going to really raise your candidate.
Yeah. Hopefully you can select more than you have to recruit at that point. Hopefully you've got a system in place you can sustain for a little while.
Keeping the SEC update going, Charles Bediako, Alabama center, has been declared eligible by the courts to play this Saturday against Tennessee. A.J. McGarren, former Alabama quarterback, on this.
You got a guy for Baylor that's starting, that was in the draft. Now you got this dude, great for us, it still doesn't make it right.
He's honest about that. He's open about that. It's his school. I don't know how big of a basketball fan AJ is. The point I made earlier, and the NCAA lawyers are meeting, as Tom said, on the 27th, so next week. Isn't this just like NIL, where even if you don't like it and there's not guardrails, you try and use it to your advantage?
Well, I don't think we're far enough down the road yet to know if there's getting ready. I don't think you start making it your strategy yet. But if they come back and say we're not going to do anything about it, or this stands, this is legal, you better get in this game. Yeah.
For Ryan Silverfield, for John Calipari, for Dave Van Horn.
Well,
right?
I no argument.
Okay. So, because my thought...
It's not cheating if everyone else is allowed to do it.
Here's my thought. The goal of our fan base with basketball, and we think we can achieve, is to get to the national championship. Do you think right now that this roster is capable of doing that? Apparently, yes?
Yes.
Okay, Colton, you agree? Because I don't.
Yes.
I don't think you have the front court to get to a Final Four. So, evidently, Nate Oates doesn't feel like he does either. So he is doing this. And again, this is my thought. If, like you said, if it gets passes and everyone can do it, whatever, and maybe Cal thinks he does, I don't.
Well,
why would you not utilize that?
Well, I hear what you said. They got 6 games left at home. You got 12. You got 6 games left on the road, and then everything else is neutral court, neutral site. This team's Achilles heel so far has been playing on the road. Michigan State came up short. Now, they hadn't won every neutral site game either. But obviously at home they're a different bird. But on the road, true road games, problem. But neutral site, they seem to play pretty well. So you're right that our 5s don't match up with the other 4s and 5s on the other team. But what was thought to be a good Vanderbilt team just wore them out on the glass the other night.
They're 2-3 in this.
Pardon me. Arkansas shot 54 or 5% or whatever it was from the floor. There's not a lot of rebounds either to get on the O boards when you do that.
Yeah.
So keep in mind they dominated the glass on a night you shot north of 50%.
Because Vanderbilt was throwing up bricks left and right because they shot 38%. And Vanderbilt's a smaller basketball team. Cal kind of talked about it.
It's a good matchup. So, can they make it? Well, I don't know. I don't know who's going to be in their side of the bracket, what the matchups are going to be. Now, if you got to play a team with, 3 6'10" guys and a 7-footer, you got a problem. But we'll see how they do in a neutral site. I think it's a different team, home versus road versus neutral site.
Yeah. Well, they've lost
until proven otherwise.
Again, the road games. You won 1 road game. That was Ole Miss. You've lost 3 State, State, Auburn, Georgia, right, and then you lost 3 big neutral site games.
Well, you lost on the true road game at Michigan State.
Yeah. So that total, they played solid because they won the game against Tech and they won the game. Who am I playing? Who's the other? The neutral side win.
Well, Louisville was a home game.
Who was the neutral side? They're 2.
They played Texas Tech, Houston, and Duke. They lost to Duke. They lost to Houston. They beat Texas Tech.
So 1 and 2 in those big games. I don't know. That's just kind of where my mind went when I saw this story yesterday. Road-wise, honestly, your road schedule's not awful for a couple weeks. Oklahoma next week. You should win that. State on the road. I know you haven't played great in a hump dump, but you should probably win that. LSU, most certainly you should win that. Then it ramps up a little bit more. At Bama, at Florida, at Missouri. I'm not giving any of them wins there, to be honest. But these next 3 road games, you should win them all. They could, if they set themselves up. Last thing here in your SEC update, Jared Stidham starting the game for the Denver Broncos this weekend. AFC Championship game between them and the New England Patriots. This should be fun. Here's what he had to say about being a starter.
I've prepared the same every single week like I am the starter. Just hasn't obviously been that way. Minus 2 weeks. So my preparation hasn't changed one bit. And that's just kind of how I view it.
Any shot the Broncos can pull it off with a backup this weekend, Mile High, they're at home.
Still can.
Mays.
It's not likely, but yes. You're going to, what you said the weather was 40 something in Seattle. Did you check the weather for
40
Denver?
and rainy. It's supposed to be just pretty cold.
Turnovers are the equalizer. If Stidham takes care of the ball, doesn't throw picks, then they've got a chance if they can force Drake May and the Patriots into some special teams errors. I mean, that's the formula for pulling a home upset. I mean, that's what we're talking about. Pulling an upset on your home field is you got to win the turnover margin by probably 2 to 3.
17 degrees and clear skies over Denver.
Ooh. So
probably windy as all get out.
5 mile an hour southeast wind.
No,
that's not
perfect
bad.
day. Perfect Denver
perfect
day.
NFL
In January? Yeah, that's a perfect day.
Is it?
What'd you say? Sunny and that's
17.
Is that the evening? That's the evening game, right?
Yeah, that's 3 o'clock Eastern.
Okay, it's first game then. Okay, so yeah, I mean,
I think the NFL.
You think 17 and sunny in January is perfect in Denver? I mean, in Colorado, that's great weather. It may be warmer there than it's going to be here. I mean, seriously. I mean, that's where we're at. All right, that's your SEC updates brought to you by Valley Family Dental, formerly known as Riley Farm Dental. They're at the entrance to Riley Farms. Every type of dental care and procedure for you and your family, from general dentistry to braces to implants to cosmetics. They do all of that. Dr. Sparkman has a great team there. The other thing they do is they help you with snoring and sleep apnea. If you're not getting a great night's sleep, your wife's saying you snore all the time, they can custom build you a snore guard. It's a custom fit mouth guard for you that will eliminate the snoring, get the jaw in the right place, and help you get a great night's sleep. Mention you heard it right here on The Morning Rush and get $300 off your snore guard. 479-226-3500 for an appointment, or for more information, that's 226-3500, or go to valleyfamilydentalpractice.com.
Kevin is in Rogers this morning. Kevin, go ahead. You're on the Morning Rush.
Hey, guys. How you doing? Tommy, Colton, the gang, how are you?
Good
How's
morning.
everybody doing?
Good morning.
Hey, first thing I want to say is y'all be real careful this weekend if you do get out and about. And just want y'all to be safe. It looks like that we're all going to get some bad weather.
I just hoping to not slip and run off the road between the couch and the fridge. So
that's right.
I'm going to put some
Hopefully
salt down in the dining room. That's what I'm going to do.
I have a couple of comments, if you would. First of all, Ty's analogy regarding a championship game appearance is pretty good. But what you got to remember about the NCAA tournament, and Tommy said it's matchups. But one thing you have to have, if you look back at the last probably 8 to 10 championship, who was the most outstanding player last year in the national title game? It wasn't Conlon. It wasn't Chinyalu. It was Walton Clayton Jr.
Yeah, I mean,
you gotta have
a 5.
You have to have good guards. You've gotta have good guards, and you just need big guys to do their part.
But you can't,
if you go back the last 10 to 12 years,
you look at the teams that get to the Final Four; they all have a good 5.
They do.
I mean, can Arkansas overcome that with the athleticism they have in a Trevin Brazil? Get with the skills of a Darius Acuff? Perhaps if the matchups are right. But in the end, I think Ty's point is accurate. You're short a key piece that's been a common denominator with recent champions, with recent Final Four teams, and you just can't win unless you avoid a matchup, unless you get lucky. You just can't beat teams that way. The way you do that is you do what Arkansas did the other night, and you shoot 56% from
Kevin,
the floor again.
I'm just doing this on my head. So Tommy mentioned last year Chinyalu, Condon, Handglodden. Year before, it was the now Portland Trailblazer center Donovan Clingan. Year before that, Sanogo killed us in Las Vegas. Year before that, it was McCormick for Kansas. Year before that, it was Vital for Baylor. For 2019 in Virginia. Like, I'm just going down this list. These are guys off the top of my head. They all had bona fide centers. And we don't have, like, Malik, we saw him. What do you have, 18 earlier this week? Like, Malik Ewan can go off at any given point. But Cal harps on his defense every postgame because he doesn't play great defense. Pringle, on the other end, plays a little better defense, had a little better offensive game, but we don't have that. And if the goal, which I think every fan listening right now thinks that, hey, Cal was brought here to win us a championship like Coach Richardson did, they don't have, in my opinion, the capability to do that. And I think most basketball pundits would tell you the same thing.
I'm not disagreeing with your point. I'm just saying good guards can take you away. No one thought we'd be in the Sweet 16 and a sniffle away from an Elite 8 last year. And so I'm just saying that we can get there, but the big guys are big. I'm not arguing that point. I'm just saying guards are very important, but you do have to have that centerpiece. You're right. And we don't have a dominant center. Really only one team in the league does, and that's Florida. Let's look at it. It's a very guard-oriented league. My other comment was, regarding Kentucky winning and all that. I want those guys to keep winning because we needed them to stay in the top 30 of the net because that makes that a quad one game. And, you got to look at the logistics of this. And you need Tennessee to start winning. They're on the verge of that win becoming a quad two.
Great point.
We've got those teams, that we're getting ready to play, we need them to be doing well.
And that's a great point, Kevin. I didn't even approach it from that angle.
Yep.
Arkansas's 20 in the net right now. That's basically you at a 5 seed. You talk about matchups. You know how you help your matchup situation? By being the higher seed in the NCAA tournament, so you play lesser teams to get to those points.
And then you get an upset in your bracket somewhere that helps you avoid.
Perfect example.
A 2 seed.
What happened Muss's first year? New Mexico State upset Ohio State. And there was another team that got upset too. Arkansas had an easy road to the Elite Eight. You played Oral Roberts in the Sweet 16. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes you get lucky. And no, you're right on that, Kevin, 100%.
Yeah. Hey, the Bobby Garland Baby Shad's the number one tool for all the anglers out there that are getting ready for crappie fishing. There's only one Baby Shad. It's the number one selling bait, featuring a sleek back, a streamlined belly, a quivering tail. This bait just won't stop moving. No matter the tips, no matter the conditions, it's built for dead sticking and action-based techniques. The original Bobby Garland Baby Shad, it gets right to the point, catching slabs and filling freezers. Find the Bobby Garland Baby Shad at Walmart, Bass Pro Shops, Academy, LureNet.com, and your favorite tackle stores everywhere. That's the Bobby Garland Baby Shad.
All right, well, we still have a lot to get to here on the Morning Rush in the next 15 minutes or so. I listened to Robert Kraft discuss things a little bit. Apparently, the NFL is trying to do every single team playing an international game. He also spoke to keeping Foxborough and Gillette Stadium the way it is. So many teams are going to domes nowadays. Talks about that as an advantage. Would you ever want, if Arkansas had the money and capability, would you ever want them to enclose Donald W?
No.
That's kind of my thought. Because when LSU comes in at the end of the year, like Baton Rouge is probably going to be like 70. Fayetteville at the end of November is going to be like, 30? I think that's an advantage for us.
And lose the scenic vista of the Ozarks and the metropolitan wonder of Fayetteville? No chance.
We have too good of weather in the fall to be indoors. We don't get enough bad weather here. It's snow. I remember snow being on the field and never during a game, only one time recently. That was LSU 2 or 3 years ago. And it didn't snow during the game.
Is that the game you went to? You were dealing with freezing your...
I sat inside that day, so that was where those club seats came in handy. Hey, a quick word for Gaston's White River Resort. Winter rates in effect. I know that a lot of people are going to have cabin fever after this weekend, and if you're looking to get out and do something fun, maybe you got a little PTO coming and you want to take some time off, now's the time to get to Gaston's. State Park area reopens here at the end of the month into February, and 40% off is going to give you a lot of extra money to do maybe that extra half day or that extra day of fishing with one of their great guides. So take advantage of the savings right now at Gaston's. The number one place to go catch that trophy brown, trophy rainbow, and they're biting right now, is at Gaston's. 870-431-5202. Gaston's White River Resort. A first-class time every time.
Call or text 877-377-6963. All guests join us on the Lewis Automotive Hotline, serving Northwest Arkansas for over 80 years. Since 1946, no pressure, no hassle, just tradition. The celebration starts now.
There is no building off of this. We go back to square one. We're back at the bottom again.
This is the Morning Rush.
2026 is looking bright at Rath Auto Resources. Celebrate by driving away in one of our road-ready certified pre-owned cars, reconditioned and backed by a comprehensive warranty. With our award-winning customer service, non-commissioned sales team, and painless pricing, we take the hassle out of the car buying experience, so you can focus on more important things, like that new gym membership, quitting smoking, or that other thing. Ring in the new year with a new ride and see why all the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith. RathAutoFortSmith.com.
Budweiser, the American lager. A time-honored recipe
True to our original process, brewed using the choicest hops, rice, and best barley malt, delivering great quality beer since 1876. Budweiser. This Bud's for you. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch Budweiser Lager Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Are you ready to indulge in an unforgettable fine dining experience? Then come join us at Uncorked, where every meal is a masterpiece, crafted with the finest ingredients to tantalize your taste buds. And with our extensive selection of cocktails, wine, craft beer, and bourbons, we've got something for everyone. So why not take a break from the ordinary and join us on Phoenix Avenue next to Sodi's? Come savor the moment with us at Uncorked, where every visit is a celebration.
All right, you're all set with a coat and scarf. Bundling up?
Yeah, it's freezing out there.
Want to bundle up some wins?
Wins?
It's the $5 bundle from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery. It's Powerball with Power Play, Lotto, and a free natural state jackpot ticket, all for just $5.
Wait. 3 chances for 3 jackpots for $5? Bundle me up.
Ask for the $5 bundle today. Must be 18 or older to play. Call or text 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Your vehicle safety systems do more than you think. Cameras, radar, and sensors all working to protect you. After a repair, those systems need calibration to stay accurate. That's why Evans Body Shop now offers in-house ADAS calibration. The same precision technology trusted by top automakers gives us the ability to recalibrate safety systems in-house to factory standards. No guesswork, no outsourcing, just accurate OEM-level calibration to restore your vehicle's safety and performance.
Evans Body Shop, where we meet the nicest people by accident.
Do you need closure on your garage? Call Grit Garage Doors. Whether it's a new door, a squeaky closing sound, a broken spring, or just off track, Grit is who you can trust. Call Grit. There's no door Grit can't close. Local team, local service with honesty and integrity. Call Grit Garage Doors. 479-430-3667. That's 479-430-DOOR. Grit is who you can trust.
It's sad that we live in an unsafe world, but we do. Would you be able to show the police who was at your home if something was taken? Guardtronic installs alarm systems as well as camera systems. We here at ESPN rely on our Guardtronic installed cameras to keep an eye on what's going on around our building, as many of you do. Guardtronic has been serving the River Valley for over 60 years. Call Guardtronic for a free estimate so you'll be able to show the police who the bad boys are that took your belongings. License E50.
You've been dreaming of that new workshop, horse barn, or extra storage space. Now at Sutherland's, make it a reality. Visit Sutherlands.com or stop by your local store today for a free estimate. Quality you can trust and service that's been family owned since 1917. 4 stores in Arkansas, Fort Smith, Huntsville, Hot Springs, and Stuttgart. And don't miss Ruskin and Zach live at Sutherland's on Wednesday, January 28th. Sutherland's, no matter the project, they're here to help because at Sutherland's, home starts here.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3. Call or text 877-377-6963. All guests join us on the Lewis Automotive Hotline, serving Northwest Arkansas for over 80 years. Since 1946, no pressure, no hassle, just tradition. The celebration starts now.
Final segment here on the Morning Rush. Robert Kraft in the news discussing international.
We're going to push like the Dickens now to make international more important with us. Every team will go to 18-2, and eliminate one of the preseason games. And every team every year will play one game overseas.
Thoughts?
I don't someone needs to help me understand why it's so important. Are they getting enough TV rating? I know it's about money, but is it the TV money? Is it the jersey sales? Because we don't see a lot of sponsorships. What is the push?
Oh, it's all of it. Think about it. If you have,
because I think we're headed to a world where we have a team in London.
Yeah, you have. You're the money guy. Think about it. If you have not just a country, but a world that's watching, that's more eyeballs, more money that you can get from advertisers.
And I guess it's not so much TV; it's digital anymore.
Well, it is TV because you air that first game at 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. So you
Well,
already have a whole nother game in front of it.
That's the best point in all of this is you add a game without interrupting anything else in the traditional NFL schedule. Now, I don't know what the ratings are. I saw the ratings for the game this last weekend was 38 or 9 million. It was pushing 40.
And it busted at 51.
Yeah. But the average rating was just under 40 million. You're right. And in overtime, they had 51 million viewers. Tells you the difference in college and professional right there. But I don't know how those 9 a.m. games do. I bet they're still getting 15 or 20 million people. So, hey, APAC and Standard Materials Group, the #1 source for top quality aggregates. They can help you with any project you have, whether it's a big project like the Walmart home office. They worked on that. The new interchange going in at MLK, or maybe just a driveway in your home. 479-587-3300. 587-3300 for APAC and Standard Materials Group.
That's going to do it for us here on a Think Tank Thursday. Bud Light Morning Rush podcast out momentarily. For Colton and Tommy, I'm Ty. Halftime. Bill Elson, Matt Jones, Big C is next.
This is Matt.
This is Raleigh. This is Elizabeth.
This is Robert. You know, a famous coach once said there's a lot of lions, tigers, and bears, but there's only one Razorback.
And there's only one Razorback store that's owned by a family of University of Arkansas alums.
And that's us, the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
The largest Razorback store south of the North Pole. Y'all know why seagulls fly over the sea and not the bay?